Hi there, welcome back to the History of Fleetwood Mac. I'm Anita. Today we're going to get into episode 4 of volume 13 of my Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac scrapbooks, continuing on with Behind the Mask. We're going to start off with another really neat Japanese article. If you saw my last video, there were some really cool pictures that were taken in Japan because when the band was over there supporting Behind the Mask. And of course, because they're in Japan, they're taking, photographs being taken by Japanese photographers for their magazines. So they're kind of unique to those magazines, obviously. And this is another one similar to some ones I showed in either my last video or the video before that. But that one is definitely unique to this magazine. Really stoked to get that. And this little one right here, which I think I had shown before. I think actually I had a Xerox of this one. Or it was a little bit larger, but then I was able to finally obtain a duplicate. So I had it, but I'd already done the page. Hard to say with me. Nice live photo, Stevie. I think we have the matching messy hair today. So funny, I get it, and it's all super curly here, and then just straight here. I don't get that. Stevie's got that going on. She's got the mane over here, and then it's all just... Next up, we have an article on Fleetwood Mac reviewing the album, not on tour, and I'm not sure, the Phoenix Gazette is what this is from here. And it gave it 3.5 stars, which is kind of ouch. Scene magazine from, I think it's Ohio. I think I got this from my friend whose mom's collection I got the bulk of. This is really cool. This is the cover, and I think what's on the other side is an article from inside. This is just another article to try and make the page, kind of fill out the page. Some miscellaneous photos of Mick live around that time. Then it's cool because the color scheme of this was kind of the pink and yellow. I put the little blue squares there, but it looks like it's part of the magazine, and then just kind of did this to kind of tie it in. Great photo of Rick. Funny enough, I think this photo, if I'm not mistaken, when I was making this page, which wasn't too long ago, this is kind of a more current page, I found this photo and I'm like, oh man, this is a really cool picture of Rick. I wonder if he's seen this in a while. And I sent it to him. I'm pretty sure it's this picture. And he wrote back to me right away, asking if he could have a larger copy of it, because I think I shot this page or something. I'm pretty sure it's this picture because that is one of the only pictures he has with that guitar, which I thought was kind of a cool thing. He told me what kind too. I should find that email and write it down in this little square here, because that was a cool little exchange. But anyway, the article that goes with that is here. I think that it is, yeah, it's just this portion here, and then these are separate here. Is anybody around when this show? What happened, I wondered. July 3rd at the Coliseum. I'm going to guess this is from that Ohio, possibly. Fleetwood Mac's first trip to Northeast Ohio, almost 2 years, will take place at the Coliseum July 3rd. So it looks like it got canceled here by this thing here, because that's what I'm reading here. So I wonder, were any of you who watches me, do you remember were you at that show, or did it get canceled? Did it get postponed or brought back, or what happened? Does anybody know? I'm sure probably in here somewhere it probably says why. I'm going to guess probably Stevie wasn't feeling well or something like that. Some really great photos of the boys. If you saw those pictures of John McVie I had, these were additional ones that I had of the guys, and these are, again, two of my favorites. Some really great pictures, and I love the paper that goes with it. Kind of this iridescent, just kind of matches for some reason. The great shots, the guys. Pretty sure. Why would I do that? Why would I write that down? Unless I didn't know. So I'm going to say that there was no marks or anything like that on the back. Here's another one here that goes with it. I think this one's my favorite. Then this was something, it says, I can barely make it out, and it's my writing. Not funny. So tiny and so pale. Yukabana magazine. I'm guessing somewhere out of Japan. March, April 1991. So it had to have been something about the book. Not terrible. Can hardly make out my own writing. This is a really cool picture. I have the negative for this, and with the negative, it came in the square shape, which you'll see a lot of these little square shaped ones. And they're really unique because I don't know what they're called. Like, I've gone down the whole thing before where there's, the negatives, there's proof sheets, positives. There's so many things, but there's this size, which is kind of like maybe 2 by 2, maybe. And you'll see a lot of them in here. And they just look to me like the pictures that come with negative sometimes. Like, so it's just this little one that you could keep on file or something. I'm not really sure. But I thought it was really cool to get the little print with the negative. And this is another one of those ones where the negative is a bit larger. So this is a picture, so the negative itself is probably about this big, this wide. So just a little bit smaller than this and about that tall. Definitely a larger negative. But because I had this, I've never had it printed up larger because that's good enough. And I think, it's not an uncommon photo. It was just nice to have it in, complete clarity like that. You can even kind of see a little off camera, Some more Japanese articles. This was from, there's one page here from Japan, and then there's another article here about Fleetwood Mac in concert, Electric Factory Concert News, November 1990. So this is the Japan, and then kind of broken up into pieces, the review here. How do I say this? Because it's so not racist. It's I even hate using the word racist. But when people make fun of ethnicity or language, or how people say, pronounce things with a foreign accent, sometimes they will use a different letter in place because that's just how it sounds when it comes out of somebody's mouth. So here I am, and the reason I'm bringing this up, hear me out, please. Just don't think anything until I finish the story. Here I am making this page, not thinking anything about it, and it's literally put together and looked at like a couple days later before I realized this is how it's printed up in this Asian magazine. And I'm not picking on the Asian people whatsoever. This is from Japan, which I even shouldn't be. Is that Asian? I mean, honestly, right there, I could have totally screwed up. But do read the name. And it's funny. It's funny because it can be said funny. But it's just an error. I mean, but Fleetwood, I'm sorry. I didn't even know. I mean, I made the page, and like several days later, I go back and I'm like, Fleetwood. And then, can you see? Let's see, where's the rest of the article? Where did that go? There's a whole nother piece, but if you can see here, it's done again. This is like an R because it says Fleetwood, but it's Fleetwood. Just saying Fleetwood Mac sounds funny, but I'm not picking on anybody, but it's how you say it there. Please don't come for me. I'm just reading what it says there. Now I'm wondering if I should scrap the whole video. I love these pictures, even though Billy looks a little tired there. Looks a little worse for wear, but really cool pictures that accompanied it with the article. And again, this one had to be Xerox because I believe it was on the back of this. And, getting the whole page in this photo here was really cool. If anybody takes offense to that, I will take that. I will take your feedback and with sincerity and understanding and totally pull this video if anybody was offended. Though that is so not where I'm going with this. But that is funny. And I think it says it one more time too. Not just here. But I swear to God, it seems to me that there was another piece that kind of fit in with this. And even had the Mac part here. Now I'm just wondering where that, I'm missing a page or I did something, had it like out of order or something like that. Maybe not. Anyway. And we're going to wrap up because now I feel this big. Like I'm hoping I hurt nobody's feelings. A unique press kit photo. One of those smaller ones. And this one, you can tell it's funny because some of them come up, just like they have the regular thing like Warner Brothers or something like that. But then you'll see a lot of them have this additional little, how do you say it? Levine Schneider, which I guess is like the agency for Warner Brother, possibly, who sends out that kind of material and such. Two really nice live photos of Stevie. I remember, I think a friend gave me this article out of San Jose Mercury in 1990, had saved it for me specifically, and kind of handed it to me with this look like, because, it was Christine and Stevie leaving for good, and they were just kind of sad for me because they knew that I would be sad, not knowing what the demise, what Fleetwood Mac would be after that. Much like I said in an earlier video, like I was bummed that Lindsay wasn't there, but completely fine with Billy and Rick being there. But when I heard that Stevie and Chris left, I just thought the same thing. Like, this was still kind of on the heels of Christine, having done her 1984. I mean, it's what, 6 years later, 6, 7, but still, I was kind of surprised that Christine didn't come out with another solo album. But I knew Stevie would keep up with stuff. And I mean, right after 1990, we had Time Space, and then we had Straight Angel. So I mean, she kept consistent. So I wasn't worried about that. But I was bummed out that it would take several years to see Fleetwood Mac again. So And then again, a slew of pictures, old page, we got some 87 mixed in with some, other stuff. So forgive me of this past, but I'm confident because I think it wasn't the exact same one, but darn near this one. And then this one could be 90, but I think it's 87, but I definitely think these are 87. These could be 90, possibly. And that'll do it for this video. I think we have about 2 or 3 more still to go. I think I probably said that last video, but I think I'm still right about that. And I still haven't even done more pages, if you heard that last time I said that, to carry on. But I still think we've got about, 2 or 3 more videos. So thank you again so much for joining me. Hope you have a great night. We'll see you next time. Bye.